So we believe we got our echo fixed.
Yeah.
It's now 4-0.
Yep, been a very good inning for the Panthers in this bottom of the third. Sac fly from Dalton Pysick and then an RBI single from Olmeyer.
So it brings up Jonathan Earlywine. Earlywine grounded out to first his last time. Oh, one count here from Newell. And Pysick pulls it. Second baseman's going to try to beat him to the bag, and he got him.
Got a run.
But a run's going to go home. Smart base running there by the Panthers. And Dylan Olmheimer. And another one's going to come to the plate. Dives head first. And it's 6-0 Paola here. As Gus Wright went home as well.
How do you like that?
And it's 6-0.
A ground out turns into 2 runs. Good base running by the Panthers. Excellent work. 4 runs in this third inning.
Easiest 2 RBIs Earlywine's probably ever going to pick out.
We had that happen last Tuesday. Same type of deal. Just except on a bunt. This one's on a true ground out.
So it brings up Cale Murdoch. And Murdoch struck out his last time up.
Panthers in firm control, up 6-0 with 4 so far here in the third. Now see if they can get a 2-out rally going here, starting with Murdoch.
After an inning of drama, the Panthers go into their dugout and get the bats going. Murdoch, big swing and a miss.
He certainly went for the downs on that one. He had a couple of those swings in his first at-bat, eventually striking out.
Murdoch tries to go the other way, just slaps that curveball, but foul. Goes right past Kata over there at first.
That was a good-looking half swing by Murdoch. Just went foul to stay alive.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch to Murdoch. And it's strike 3 as he swings through a fastball. That ends the inning. 5th strikeout of the game for Mac Newell. We go to the top of the 4th, 6-0. Paola all over Louisburg so far.
Okay, I'll see you in a minute.
6-0 our score. Markham back on the mound for the top of the 4th. He's been dealing so far. Has struck 2 batters out every inning. He's got 6 in the game. So it brings up Brody McGreer. McGreer struck out his last time and takes a high curve ball for a ball.
Yeah, big cushion now for Caden Markham. Baseball, as long as we have, no lead's ever safe. I don't care who you are. So you just got to stay locked in, stay focused, and pitch your game. Man.
I don't know where that one, right on the outside corner. That fastball just gets away from Markham. Makes the count 3-1. The Panthers have been much more aggressive with the bats. That strike zone really hasn't mattered. That one's going to be out of play as Pysick goes toward the fence.
Just enough to get it out of play. It was right on the fence line. It just curled out over.
So command of all his pitches today and gets
Over the place, but Panthers will take it.
So McGreer goes down for the second time. And brings up the pitcher, Mac Newell. And Newell slaps it the other way, slicing
Get out in the right field to Rob.
tonight. But it's not going to fall. Did the right thing, just took his hands with that outside pitch.
Just got robbed by a tremendous full body dive by Gherkin in right field.
So it brings up Declan Battle. And Battle takes a curveball for strike number 1.
And at the end of this half inning, I'll go over to the softball field and see if we can get some updates for you from over there. As the softball team is playing their final 2 regular season games against Louisburg, while Paola has a single header against Ottawa on Thursday.
Yeah, if you want to tune in to Louisburg Sports Live, they're over there covering. Alex Smith is over there. I believe John's over there as well. One, strike 3, and it's strikeout number 8 for Markham. He has struck out 2 in every inning.
Wow.
6-0. Panthers. We go bottom 4. See if they're able to add some more runs. We'll be right back. So we're back here for the bottom of the 4th inning. Panthers looking to add some more runs. So they lead it here 6-0. It'll be Xander Mining to get things started. He struck out in the second, his first time up. Mac Newell has 5 strikeouts in this game. First pitch by Newell, and it's a change-up in there for strike 1. So Xander fouls off strike 2, and Newell's ahead in the count 0-2. The 0-2. Breaking ball way outside. Brings the count 1-2.
And I have an update for you guys over at the softball fields in the bottom of the 5th. And it's 5-0 Louisburg in game 1 of that doubleheader.
So if you want to tune into Louisburg Sports Live, they're out there covering that game over there. It's Alex Smith on the call. One ball, 2 strikes. Xander down in the count. See if he's able to stay alive. And fouls it back.
Good looking swing by Xander there. He was on it, just wasn't able to square it up. But he's on it.
This Panther team the last couple of weeks has been mixing up freshmen in this lineup. It's been a team who had bats going early, and then it's really since that 6-0 start, it's kind of been up and down. High curveball. Evens the count 2 apiece.
And got him
And
looking.
inside. So Zahner goes down looking. Strikeout number 6. Brings up the leadoff hitter Noah Gherkin. Gherkin struck out his last time up.
He hadn't done much at the plate yet, 0 for 2, but he made a sensational play last half inning, robbing the pitcher now of a hit on a full body dive in right field.
So Gherkin fouls it off back toward the softball field. Down to the count 0-1. 1 away in the inning. Panthers pitching a shutout so far. Louisburg has left four runners in scoring position so far.
Yeah, they have not made opportunity. They have not taken advantage of their opportunities. They had a leadoff double in the second, weren't able to score, and then they had the bases loaded, nobody out in the third, weren't able to score. Sandwiched around a couple easy innings for Markham, but against a pitcher like Caden Markham, you got to be able to take advantage of those opportunities, and they give it to you.
So Gherkin flies out to center. And there's 2 away.
It was impressive getting the bat on the ball there. That ball was up at his head. And he was able to tomahawk it out to center field, but right at the center fielder for the second out of the inning.
So brings up George Reichert. So Reichert is going to get a base hit into center field. Well, 2-out hit there for Reichert.
Little fist job off the knuckles, strong enough to get it out over shortstop and drop it into center field for a 2-out hit. And that'll bring up Caden Markham, chance to get a hold of one here. All he has to do is just get up in the air, and that ball's going to sail. If he hits one like he did last week, it's going to hit the water tower.
It could. That water tower, well, it may look closer to us than it is, but
No, that water tower is over 400.
Yeah.
Probably 430, 440 out there, because it's 380.
yeah, it's 380 to
center
center.
field.
You're right.
It's a good 30, 40 feet beyond that.
Well, Bo Jackson might be able to hit that in his prime.
Bo Jackson will hit the top of the water tower.
Markham ahead in the count 1-0. Reichert on first with the 2-out single.
Boy, that ball way up in the air.
Went with the changeup, and he was way out in front. Evens the count at 1 apiece. One count. Reichert runs, and he's going to take second. Thinks about third. Wide turn.
Certainly was an aggressive turn around second base. Catcher probably would have threw him out at third, but wouldn't have been shocked if he tried to take third, get a stolen base and advance to third on a wild pitch, but just settles for the stolen base.
So Reichert, with his speed, gets himself in scoring position. The base hit will score him. 1-2. The pitch to Markham. And he flies it straight up in the air. That ball slicing. Louisburg, Colby Qatar comes in and makes that catch. A lot harder than it probably needed to be. That's out number 3. We go top of the 5th, 6-0. Paola, Louisburg. Got to get those bats going. I'll be right back. 6-0 our score, Louisburg, top of the 5th. Markham back out there with another strikeout.
Is that 9 strikeouts now? Strikeout, you throw it around the diamond, and they botched that completely, so kind of took a little steam off of that one. But 19 strikeouts in the last 2 outings for Caden Markham.
He has struck out 2 so far in each inning today.
He's got 1 already here in the 5th.
Had a chance to strike out the side when he got the base loaded. Brings up Colby Kataw, who got a foul out and then walked his last time up. And that damage was in the 3rd, where Louisburg had their ultimate chance to get some runs across the plate. They got the bases loaded, no outs. Markham came back with 2 strikeouts.
And that inning's extra painful because you had the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up with the bases loaded and nobody out. And Markham was able to mow them down with 2 strikeouts and then a ground out to end the inning without allowing any runs. And that took the psyche away from Louisburg so far. Still got time to get back in this, but the way Caden's pitching right now, it's going to be tough to do, down 6 runs.
And good foul off there by Kataw.
I'm sure that didn't feel very good. That was a jam and a half sandwich there. In on the knuckles.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Colby Kataw.
Just
And
outside.
Markham can't believe that missed.
Hit the catcher's spot, but he was set up a little outside.
The outside corner's been the issue for this umpire so far. And that time, Kataw's got to go.
Back-to-back 10 strikeout outings for Caden Markham, and I don't think he's even close to being done. I think that he might pitch this whole game the way he's going right now.
So the games we covered him. This is game number 3, outing number 3 that he's been on Paola Sports Live. 28 strikeouts so far in those outings.
Unbelievable. Like 28 strikeouts compared to like 10 or 11 walks. It's insane. It's just the efficiency he has when he has his command. And these last 2 outings especially has been phenomenal.
And all those walks happened pretty much in one game. He had 8 strikeouts, 8 walks.
Yeah. And he's had 2 or 3 today, I believe. I think he's had 3.
He's got 3 today. He had 1 last week. Since then, he's had 4 in his Paola Sports Live outings. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He has had that curveball working all day. Goes with the fastball, strikes out the side. Down goes Rockers. As the Panthers lead at 6-0, as it's just not fair. Paola looking to add some more runs when we come back. So we go bottom 5th here. Mac Newell still on the mound here for Louisburg. He trails 6-0 and brings up Dalton Pysick. Pysick hit a sac fly, I believe, his last time up.
Yes, he did. It was a long drive down the right field line. Nearly sliced away for an extra base hit, but the right fielder made a nice play running it down, but he did drive in his 2nd run of the day with that sac fly. Go along with his RBI single the first go around.
So Pysick here in the 5th. Takes ball 1 in the dirt. 1-0 the count. Newell delivers. And Pysick fouls it back.
Just a tad out in front of that one. Was able to nick it off the end of the bat to foul it off.
The 1-1. Curveball hits Pysick in the bat, and he's aboard.
The curveball got away from Newell there. Slipped out of his hand, and just a soft little hit into the back of Dalton Pysick. He'll take it. He'll on base for the second time. He's still officially just 1 for 1. Brings up Olmeyer. Singled in a run his last time.
So Dillon's got an RBI. 1 on, no outs. And Newell, you can tell it's starting to wear down out there. Dillon fouls it back behind us, out of play. Down to the count 0-1.
Yeah, these are the games that really seem to tax you more if you're struggling in this heat. And that seems to be the case for Newell. It's down 6-0. He's pitched okay. He hadn't pitched horrible by any means. Just the Panthers have gotten to him, and it makes it seem like you've been out there longer in this heat in these type of games.
Panthers have had exceptional base running. That one outside. 1-2 strikes. And it's led to a couple of runs. We saw a ground out that led to 2. They throw it down. Kataw makes a good play going to his right.
Certainly saved an extra 90 feet as Pysick would have easily made it to second base if that ball got away from Kataw, but he made a sensational play to keep it and to catch it and keep it from going into right field.
1-2 strikes. That one's in the dirt. Pysick reads it perfectly, takes off for second because he's in there easily. So he's got a stolen bag.
Tremendous read by Pysick. Saw it hit the dirt and he immediately took off and got to second base. And it got by the shortstop, but the second baseman was able to knock it down and keep Pysick at second base instead of going to third. But an RBI chance again here for Olmeyer.
As he goes fishing upstairs and he strikes out.
Yeah, he don't like that at all. He's frustrated himself there. That ball was up out of the zone, but usually those balls are the pitches that your eyes get real big on. Think it's a fat pitch. It ends up not being, and that was the case for Olmeyer. And goes down swinging.
7th strikeout of the game for Newell. It's Colby Wheeler. Takes strike 1. Or takes ball 1, excuse me, in the dirt.
He singled his last time around.
Struck out his first. 1 for 2. Wheeler ahead in the count 2-0. Two balls, 1 strike. Mac trying to get out of this jam. Change up, down and away. Wheeler goes swinging. Evens the count a piece at 2.
Great pitch by Newell there. Had the batter completely fooled and was committed, swung at a pitch in the dirt. Now it's an even count, 2-2.
Ground ball. Rockers backhands. Good throw, but he's going to be safe, and it's an infield single by Wheeler, but a good play over there by Maverick Rockers.
Tremendous play by Rockers to get there. Quick throw, just pulled the guitar off the bag, and Wheeler was able to beat it out for an infield hit. Now the Panthers have runners at the corners with 1 away for Olmeyer, or for Early Wine, as a courtesy runner comes in at first base. Number 20 is the courtesy runner at first.
So Early Wine has grounded out twice tonight. His last time up, though, he got 2 RBIs and a ground out.
We had a little meeting on the mound for Louisburg.
believe they're going to keep Mac Newell in.
May give him a couple more batters as Newell does stay in the game.
They got their bullpen hot.
There is somebody warming up over there.
Yeah, it looks like might be Parker Hufford warming up in that Louisburg bullpen.
Won't be shocked if you try to see a safety squeeze here. Panthers tend to do it a lot in these type of situations with runs and 2 outs and runners at the corners.
And ground ball over to third. Pysick had to go diving back, but he's going to score easily on the base hit by Earlywine. Earlywine had pulled it twice. Gets his third RBI, though, on a base hit the other way.
That was a tremendous at bat there by Earlywine. Slapped it underneath the third base, and then right underneath the wickets. And now Louisburg's going to make a pitching change after just one more pitch.
So Newell goes 5 1/3, or 4 1/3, excuse me.
And he's still responsible for the 2 runners on base. He's given up 7 so far. He still has 2 more responsible at first and second.
So the new pitcher is going to be number 23, Samuel Hastings, the senior for Louisburg, comes on in relief. We'll take a break here. You're listening to Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. So 7-0 our score. So we're here in the bottom of the 5th. Panthers lead at 7-0. Runners on first and second. This will be Cale Murdoch.
They're going to have a
They're pinch hitter.
Carson Bain going to pinch hit for Murdoch in this inning.
Murdoch, who struck out twice today. So brings up the lefty Bain. Hot, humid day today. It's been the best weather we've had so far.
No question, no doubt about it. I'm lathered in sunscreen. I'm good. I got burned over the weekend. I don't need to get burned again.
So it brings up Carson Bain. 1 on. Runners on first and second. Fastball in there for strike number 1.
Good opportunity for Carson Bain coming off the bench to drive in a run or so with a well-placed base hit.
Hastings ahead in the count. Delivers, and it's a line drive base hit. And it's going to score 1 run. Runner's going to go to third.
First base there. Maybe he's still feeling the effects of that foot injury that he sustained in basketball season as he limps off for a courtesy runner as Murdoch comes in to run for Bain. But he may be feeling the effects of that foot injury that he sustained back during basketball season. But he gets an RBI hit. Panthers up 8-0.
So it brings up Xander Mining, who struck out twice today. Struck out looking his last time up. Chance to redeem himself, though, with 1 away and runners on first and third. One we've seen missed all day today. Mining showed bunt. Couldn't get it down. Now we got to run down. And they're going to get the runner out at home plate.
That's suicide bunt. You got to find a way to get the bat on the ball, but Mining wasn't able to do that. And then Earlywine get tagged out onto the pickle. But Murdoch does make it around to third base if there is a silver lining with that. But Mighty now down in the count 0-2.
Chance to redeem himself, though. If he's able to get a single, that one way outside. Vining got the call up from JV today. Takes that one in the dirt. Runner's going to go home. And an easy run here as Cale Murdoch comes around to score. So Murdoch, who was pinched hit for, I guess he came back into pinch run.
It came back into pinch run for Carson Bame.
I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
So
Pinched hit and come back in to pinch run. Normally it's a different runner.
Newell gets charged for 8 of those 9 runs. That run is charged to the pitcher we have on the mound right now. It'll be a tough play. But
Down the line, and Vining grounds out on a slow roller. That ends the inning, but it's 9-0. Panthers all over Louisburg. We go top of the 6th. We'll be right back. So Markham stays in to pitch. 11 strikeouts today. Struck out the side in the 5th as we are now in the top of the 6th inning. Markham threw a one-hitter his last time. He's given up a couple hits today, but a lot more strikeouts.
Update from softball over there, and Lady Panthers have made it a game. It's in the 7th inning, top of the 7th. It's 5-4, Louisburg.
So Paola trying to make a comeback. If you want to tune into that one, this one we're looking at a blowout for game number 1. Louisburg Sports Live has the call just to the right of us. Markham falls behind in the count 2-0 as it's Brandon Doles. Struck out twice today.
He's been 2 big outs for Caden Markham in this game. Is that one straight in the air?
As he should foul out to the catcher here. No, it's going to bounce foul.
And it does go foul. There was a chance that ball would have stayed fair for a hit, but the bounce took it foul, and that's a tough one, especially for the catcher. Go look it straight up, that wind catches that ball, blows it back towards fair territory. And he wasn't able to get to it, but fortunately for the Panthers, the bounce took it back foul.
So 2-1 count. So Doles will get second crack at it. So Wheeler was then able to make that play. Definitely one he wants back. Doles takes curveball in there for strike 2 as it catches the inside corner. Evens the count at 2 apiece.
As I was saying, he was a big out in that 3rd inning. He was the first strikeout victim in that 3rd inning after the bases were loaded. He also struck out, like you said, his first time. And he's battling here to try to stay alive against Markham, who has 11 strikeouts in 5 innings. But he was certainly the biggest out, in my opinion, in that 3rd inning, giving Markham some confidence back after loading the bases. Nobody out. He locked it in and mowed down the next 3.
2-2 count. And Markham strikes out Doles for the 3rd time. That's 4 strikeouts. No, 5 strikeouts in a row now.
5 strikeouts in a row, and I believe it's
Want to take a guess?
7 of the last 8.
Yep, and you want to know how many he's got today?
He's got 12 now. That's 12 strikeouts.
Bingo.
22 strikeouts in the last 10 and a third innings thrown by Markham. Insane.
29 so far this year on Paola Sports Live. Panthers 1-1 in those games, though.
They certainly struggled against Spring Hill. Struggled to find the command against the Broncos, but then he showed his best stuff against Bonner Springs, and he backed it up today against Louisburg. Look out. And that one grazed the helmet. That's what's called. So it's a hit by pitch.
Wheeler looking around. Markham's trying to figure out.
I didn't hear.
Oh, the umpire's saying hit the shoulder.
Hit the shoulder. I didn't.
I heard
much.
something, but I don't think it hit him.
Anyway, Louisburg will take a free base runner. It's only their 4th free bag of the day.
So Hammond's aboard. The questionable call there, but it brings up Jackson Howard.
He was the last out of that 3rd inning on a ground ball to second base. He hit it sharply, but right at Olmeyer at second base, he was able to gobble it up and throw him out easily. And the Panthers have took off since then, scoring 7 unanswered runs after that opportunity for the Wildcats in the 3rd.
Howard's the only batter today who's not struck out.
Hit a rocket double his first time, and then that hard shot second his last go-around.
Yeah, Howard's had Markham timed. 0-1 count, though. Runner on first, curveball high, evens the count at 1 apiece.
He said he's certainly been the one hitter in this Louisburg lineup that has gotten Markham's timing down. Look out. Big old gust of wind.
Thank you.
That one's fouled back and out of play.
All right, Jack, let's go.
1 ball, 2 strikes. We hadn't had much wind today, but one time I take my hands off the score sheet, it goes. Ball gets in the dirt. Runner advances here. Two balls, 2 strikes. And strikes him out. So now Howard and everybody in this Louisburg lineup has a strikeout in every single inning. Markham has had at least 2 strikeouts. So 2 outs brings up Brody McGree.
And I believe he has been 2 strikeouts today, if I'm correct on that, which I doubt I am.
Well, don't doubt yourself, Caleb, because you nailed it again. Legends always remember. Strike 2 was a curveball in there, and it's been the Caden Markham show. And drama in the 2nd, manager getting ejected, but since then it's been cruise control for Caden Markham. 0-2.
Whoa, man.
And fouled off.
I'm sure he didn't like that at all, but the hitter there, fastball coming right at him, defensive swing, was able to foul it off, but boy, that was scary looking.
Oh, 2 will do it again. Markham reaches back. Fastball or curveball high. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Brody has struck out twice. Runner in scoring position once again for Louisburg. They've had their opportunities, but he's going to strike out a 3rd time. Markham has struck out. Now, his last 7 of the 8 batters,
Man, 14
the last 7 outs have all been strikeouts.
And And it's just gone final over at the softball game. Wildcats defeat the Panthers in game 1, 7-4.
So I believe the Panthers just need a run, and then we'll have Mercy rule out here. We'll take a break with them. You're listening to Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. Nine nothing our score. Panthers all over the Wildcats here. So we go bottom 6. Emil Hastings still in for relief. Mac Newell gave up 8 earned runs, 1 was unearned.
It would be the top of the order for the Panthers to lead off this bottom of the 6th. Like you said, they need 1 run to have the run rule come into effect. For this to go to a 7th, Wildcats need to keep the Panthers off the board. As they're doing senior night announcements over at the softball field right now. That's the noise you probably hear in the background. That's Principal Jeff Hines.
Gherkin sends this one back straight ahead to center field and 1 away.
Routine fly to center field from Gherkin. Got good bat on it. Just right at the center fielder, right where his tracks. Wasn't able to move but maybe 5 feet to retire Gherkin for the 2nd time.
So Riker in. Singled his last time at a stolen base.
And between games will be a little bit longer as they'll be doing the baseball senior announcements once this game ends.
And we'll be broadcasting that live.
Absolutely. As there's plenty of seniors on this baseball roster, if I recall. Pretty good amount.
I believe there's like 7 or 8. Give it a count here in a second. Reichert takes that one for a ball.
Reichert way ahead in the count here. 2 balls, no strikes. Just needs to be patient up there. Drive your pitch when you get the opportunity. That one hit the Louisburg Sports Live TV tent on that one.
Oh, man, they got that tent, though. You're going to see more foul balls from the baseball field. 9 seniors for Paola is the count, but that's a nice-looking tent. I wish I was in the shade right now. I'm sweating over here behind home plate.
Oh, yeah. It's a nice little sweat going on right now. But it's worth it.
Worth it when you're winning.
That's it. I'm in.
The Panthers got a 9-0 lead as they'll be going for the shutout. They're not able to scratch a run around.
Counts run full on Reichert. Got Caden Markham on deck.
Reichert, the 3-2. Hastings delivers and fouled right back to us.
Good at bat up here by Reichert. A lot of pitches being seen. Hopefully he can win the battle here.
Hastings delivers and walks him. And that is ball 4.
Second time Reichert, or third time Reichert's been on base. Second walk. Go along with that single. Now here's Markham.
So one away, Markham comes up to the plate. And Markham flied out last time to the first baseman, Kata. Ta. So he hit a rocket straight up into the air.
And he got jammed on that last out of the fifth inning and just popped it straight up in the air. But he gets another opportunity here with a runner at second base after that pass ball.
So Reichert moves to second. And a chance for Markham. Base hit in this one.
Absolutely.
And Paola can get their festivities, senior night festivities, going on. That one outside. Ball 2. It's Pysick on deck.
And you know Caden wants to be the one to finish this game. As he's the one that started the game, he wants to finish it.
Another wild pitch. Hastings has that funky arm delivery, and sometimes the arm takes that ball with him. 3-0. We'll see if Markham has the green light.
Well, I would, absolutely. You're up 9-0. Why wouldn't you? You don't need a base hit now, just a well-placed sac fly could end the game. But the infield is in for the Wildcats.
Has an advantage for Markham, who's able just to poke it up the middle, and that should do things as he sends this one way back there.
Might get out. Nope.
And it's off the wall.
That'll do her.
Our final score, don't go anywhere. So we got senior night festivities, and then we'll have game 2.
Behind the home dugout, if you would, please. Senior parents behind the home dugout.
And all we got to do is just leave our mics open because Principal Jeff Hines right behind us will be able to broadcast it right through it. Last Tuesday against Bonner, and then 10-0 in game 1 of this one. Still another game to go.
So we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the senior night festivities. You're listening to Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. So, senior night festivities are over now as we're getting ready for game 2. Long break in between games, over 30 minutes now. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Our pregame show is brought to you by Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. They're committed to providing quality health care to families in Louisburg. Comprehensive approach to oral care, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. Learn more at ironhorsedental.com or drlaurasortho.com. So Caleb, as we get ready for game number 2, game 1 was a masterpiece by Markham. 14 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 1 questionable hit batter, but 10-0 shutout, and he ended the game with a RBI triple himself.
Yeah, no, it was certainly a masterpiece by Caden Markham. It was even more spectacular after all the drama that was dealt with in that 3rd inning. After questionable strike zone to begin the inning, and then your head coach getting tossed just to battle back and to strike out 2 of the next 3 and then get the ground out to end the inning without giving up a run really got the Panthers some momentum, and they took advantage of it, and they just took off the rest of the game, scoring 8 unanswered runs after having a 2-0 lead during that little spell where Louisburg had a chance and Louisburg couldn't take advantage of it. But Caden Markham's just been spectacular the last 2 outings. He's gone 11 innings. He struck out 24 batters, and he's only walked 5 in that stretch. It's certainly something to behold right now, especially going into regionals next week, the way this Panther team's been playing these last couple of games.
This Panther team's starting to find their groove, and, it was kind of for both these 2 teams, it's kind of been a weird season. Paola, they started their season 6-0, but in their last 10 games, they're just 3-7. And where they had a stretch of 4 losses in a row. They'd lost 4 out of 5 before that game last week's against Bonner. Their Thursday game ended up getting rained out versus Ottawa, so they'll be playing Ottawa this Thursday to make up. And for Louisburg, they're 7-9 on the season, and they started the year just 1-4, but in their last 10, they've battled back 5-5 on their season. Since their slow start, they're 6-5. So both these 2 teams, it's kind of been an up and down, rocky season. So Louisburg, their next game will be at home. Their senior night will be against Piper.
And it's just one game on Thursday against Ottawa. It was initially supposed to be a doubleheader, like you said last week. Got rained out, was pushed to Friday. It got rained out, and now it's pushed to next Thursday, this coming Thursday, just a single-header game going into regional. So if the Panthers can win this game, win the second game tonight, and then that game on Thursday, go into regionals on a 4-game winning streak and really have some confidence going. But they seem to be finding their stride at the right time after hitting that wall, losing 7 of 9 or something like that.
7 of 10.
7 of 10, like you said before that, and now they've won the last 2 that they've played. So it's really what you've got to do heading into regionals. Play your best ball going into regionals. That's how you make deep runs in the state tournaments.
Paola had has now won their last 2. They're now 10-7 on the year. Louisburg, they had won their last 2, so this loss drops them to 7-10, and they've lost. That snaps their 2-game winning streak. So these 2 teams were riding with a little momentum, but Paola, it seems like they're finally starting to hit their stride, and they've been mixing up some of the guys on JV. A lot of them freshmen. They've been mixing them around in that varsity lineup, just throwing them in spots, and they haven't got a lot of production yet, but if they're able to get 1 or 2 of those guys just to get that bat going, this team is as dangerous as anybody.
No, absolutely. It just builds more depth and more options for Coach Brummer to go to in certain key spots, as you can re-enter now in baseball. You couldn't do that in years past. Once you come out of the game, you're done, but now they've made it more like softball where you can re-enter for certain players. We saw that in game 1 where Carson Bame came on to pinch hit for Murdoch, and then Murdoch came back in after Bame got the single, came back in to courtesy run for Bame. So it just builds more depth, more experience for these younger kids going into regionals where they're going to need it, and maybe they can really get going. And I've noticed, too, I looked at Louisburg's schedule before coming out here. I sent it to you earlier. And I've noticed some of their games, they've really – it's been feast or famine with them. When the games they've won, they've scored a ton of runs. But when they've lost, it's been like it was today in Game 1 where they scored 0, 1, 2, 3. They're feast or famine. But if they can get on a roll, they can score some runs. And I've noticed that in their games this year. But hopefully it stays more like Game 1 and not like one of those games like against Bonner Springs and they won 23-5 in one of them. So we know that Louisburg can put the bat on the ball. It's just Markham was so spectacular. Hopefully Pysick can follow that up with a strong outing himself.
Pysick in his last game faced 6 batters, struck out 5 of the 6, struck out actually the last 5. So he rolls in tonight, striking out 5 in a row. The Panthers roll over to this game, striking out the last 7 of the last 8 batters and the last 7 outs have all been strikeouts. We'll see if Louisburg's able to get their bats going. They've had lots of runners in scoring position, just not able to get the bats going. We'll take another break here. When we come back, we should be getting ready for the start of Game 2. You're listening to Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. So as we get ready for game number 2, Dalton Pysick takes the mound for Paola, and a lot of teams don't really have 2 aces on their roster. That's one of the things Paola's got. They got 2 really good pitchers, and Pysick would be anybody else's 1.
Absolutely.
Out in the Frontier League.
Absolutely. And we've noticed him a couple times this year, just like Caden Markham. Struggled against Spring Hill, but then really mowed down Bonner Springs, striking out the last 5 hitters that he faced and retiring all 6 in order. So hopefully he can carry that into this game, and Panthers can get a doubleheader sweep.
So first pitch is delivered to Colby Katoff, fouled away.
And I believe there'll be a little bit more defense in this game. Pysick doesn't throw near as hard as Caden Markham does, but he still throws pretty good. So Louisburg bats should be making a little bit more contact in Game 2 here, so the Panthers defense got to be ready.
Notice anything out there at first? Isn't that Coach Brummer? Standing at first near the umpire he got thrown out from?
Well, that wouldn't be – that's Louisburg's head coach. That's Louisburg's coach.
Oh, my bad.
We're pitching.
We're pitching. You know, they sure look alike from over here.
I know. I know, right?
So Kataw flies out to right.
Yeah, a little lazy fly ball out to Noah Gherkin in right field for first out of game number 2.
Well, it sure did look like him from over here.
I know, but we got to remember who's batting. No.
It's the heat, man.
Oh, I feel you. Coach Brummer's going to be in there game 2. I see him right here just peeking out the dugout right there. So he'll be out there for game 2.
So Rockers comes to the plate. He was 0 for 2 last time. Strikeout, ground out, 2 walks.
And scorekeeper starting us off right, starting 10-0 already. Man, it's
got
minus 10 runs already.
Gotta like that, especially if you're a Panthers fan over there.
Rockers way ahead in the count here, 3-0. Pysick got to dig down and get back in the count. Throw a strike over the plate. There you go.
Just took something off of it. Delivers a fastball, strike to Rockers.
Oh, strikeout.
So it's strike number 2 to Rockers. Brings the count full. He didn't like the call. He thought he had ball 4. And now Pysick gets right back on the mound.
Pysick doing a good job getting back in the count, falling way behind in the count. Now he's back on his own terms. See if he can put Rockers away, who is the best hitter, like you said, for Louisburg. Got him.
And Rockers strikes out. He doesn't like the call.
Have a little bit wider strike zone in here in game 2 already. In game 1, that may have been ball 4, but not in this one. Do different umpire, different zone. Hitters got to adjust. Good
So
start.
it brings up Brandon Doles.
Good start for Pysick. 2 quick outs.
Doles, he struck out 3 times. Game number 1. Doles was then robbed of a hit out in right field as well.
Yeah, Noah Gherkin made a sensational play on Doles in game number 1, robbing him of a hit, the line drive up the right field line. Gherkin was able to run it down, make a full body dive right on the line, take a hit away. Really kept the momentum going for the Panthers in game 1.
And ground ball. Markham, or no, not Markham there. There's Troutman there at short, make the play. Doles grounds out to end the inning. And top of the first is over. Panthers look to try to get their offense going here in game number 2. You're listening to Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. So Noah Gherkin will lead things off here on the mound. For Louisburg is number 22, Corbin Hammond. Hammond, a junior for the Wildcats. J.D. Troutman will bat behind. J.D. Troutman will bat behind him.
And just a quick update in softball. It started game 2 over there. They're in the bottom of the first. The Lady Panthers have struck first. They lead 2-0, and they're still batting in the bottom of the first.
The girls dropped a heartbreaker in game 1, didn't they? They lost 5-4, correct?
Lost, got down 5-0, then made it 5-4, and ended up losing anyway 7-4. So tough way to lose that one. Hopefully they can end the regular season on a win, as they've struggled all year long, winning just 4 games. so far this year. Hopefully they can win that one and get some confidence into regionals.
Well, we were a part of 2 of them.
Yeah, against Baldwin. Yep. Yep.
A stretch where they had won 4 in a row, so they haven't won since we were out there.
Slow breaking ball. It's like a Zach Greinke type curveball.
Well, it's in there for strike number 1 to Gherkin. So Hammond evens the count at 1 apiece in the dirt.
See if the Panthers can carry that offensive momentum they had in game 1 and here in the game 2. It was a rocket.
Rocket down the line. It is foul. I mean, kind of shows you what he's going to throw. If you watch him, he kind of takes that ball out of the glove and delivers exactly. If you can pick up the grip, you're going to know exactly what he's throwing.
Gherkin certainly got around on that one. It was a laser down the line, just a little too far out in front.
Change up, high chopper to third, over to 1, and Gherkin's out by a step.
Nice hustle by Gherkin. Got some wheels down that first base line. Nearly beat out that routine ground ball, but just did get him by a step, like you said. And now here's Troutman.
So Troutman, 2-hole hitter, mark him on deck. Pysick likely hitting 4th. And Troutman takes one down and away for strike number 1. As Caleb alluded to, it's going to be a little different strike zone. Might be more outside, might be more down. 1-1 count here. One. Hammond delivers. Curveball through the zone for strike number 2. Troutman didn't like that one.
Curveball, it's got some bite to it. It certainly looks like a Ephus type pitch. Thing breaks from the sky down to the dirt.
So Troutman's going to strike out, looking, and there's 2 away.
Could have a pitcher's duel this time around. Panthers not picking up the pitchers well so far. Just 2 batters in. Now see if Caden Markham can spark a 2-out rally. Who was spectacular in game 1. Had a couple hits, a couple RBIs.
It's pretty much flawless. Curveball goes right through the zone for strike number 1. Hammond's got that pitch working so far early. Fastball to Markham, down and in, ball 1. 2 outs here in the inning. Panthers would love to strike first, try to get a 2-out rally going. 1-1 count. The pitch by Hammond. Gets Markham to go fishing for it. Out to right field, and he flies out. And it's 1-2-3 for the Panthers. We go top of the 2nd. You're listening to Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. So we're set to begin the top of the 2nd inning in Louisburg, trying to get their bats going.
Battle of 1, 2, 3 innings in that top of the first inning. Pitchers duel so far in the first inning. See what happens here in the second.
So it brings up the pitcher, Corbin Hammond, batting cleanup. One count. Curveball through the zone. Strike two. Gets a swing and a miss.
Good pitch there by Dalton Pysick. Had the hitter fooled completely and went after that curveball. Nice. Ooh. Ooh. You see Pysick definitely wanted that strike three call. That was close.
It looked good, and the last umpire probably would have given it to him. But he's going to get a curveball in the dirt. Hammond's going to swing through it. Strikes out, but gets on.
And those are the tough ones. You get the strikeout, but then the ball bounces away and allows the runner to reach anyway. So now he's at first with nobody out. It's going to be a courtesy runner, as it is the pitcher at first base.
On turf, it's a lot harder to block those balls. That one just took a bad hop. Now it's Jackson Howard, and Jackson Howard, he was all over Markham. If there was one batter that had Markham timed, it was him. He had a double that went off the wall in his first at-bat, and that went to straight away center. And he hits that one hard down the line. Foul.
That was a late call, but it was foul.
I don't think the umpires knew exactly. They kind of looked at each other, too. Yeah, it did look foul here from our view. So I believe they do got it right.
And third base coach ain't going to like that. He's going to say it went over the bag and then went foul, but umpire did signal foul ball. But as a home plate umpire, though, you got to make your call prominent and say, hey, that was indeed foul. He just stuck his arms up like nothing happened. So
I'll be honest, I don't think they really saw it, Caleb. I mean, we saw it. But the call was so late, they kind of looked at each other like, you want to make this call? No, you want to make this call? And
it's a break for the Panthers. It's just a...
I still believe they got the call right. So
No, I do too. It looked like it was foul by about 6 inches, but
I do believe they did not watch it.
these umpires have had a tough time so far in this doubleheader.
Howard, the 5-hole hitter, he has been on top of it so far today. Takes one inside.
Pysick not happy with the strike zone so far. He thought he had strike two there on the inside corner.
Now ground ball. Chance for two.
They got it. Oh, what a stretch.
A
What a
great pick. And stretch there by
Matlick.
Yeah, Keaton Matlick, the junior over there.
Tremendous scoop and way to stay on the bag by Matlick, and Panthers turn the 4-6-3 double play.
So it brings up Brody McGreer. He struck out 3 times his last time. Cade Driscoll waits behind him. No runners on. Pysick a chance to go 1-2-3 once again. First double play we've seen turn so far today. It's 2-0 count.
Just a tailor-made double play. 2-hopper right to second. And the throw was a little low from short from Troutman, but Matlick saved the air and made a tremendous play just to keep his foot on the bag while scooping it out of the turf dirt. But now Pysick's falling behind 3-0 to the next hitter.
And ball 4. So it will bring up Cade Driscoll.
How big's that double play now? Had a walk to begin the inning, and then the double play, and now another walk. So Pysick just needs to buckle down and get this final out.
Comes back with a 4-pitch walk with strike number 1. Here to Driscoll. Driscoll struck out a couple of times last game.
There was a lot of guys that struck out a couple times last game, as Markham was sensational, getting 14 strikeouts in game number 1. Ouch.
So he hits Driscoll, and that will bring up Declan Battle.
That double play is certainly big now. 3 free bases in this second inning. 2 walks and a hit batter sandwiched around the double play. Still no harm done yet for Pysick. He just needs to get this final out and get his team back in the dugout.
So runners on, first and second. Louisburg, a hit here, a chance to give them their first run of the day and their first lead. Declan Battle takes first pitch, strike.
Perfectly thrown fastball at the knees on the outer corner from Pysick there.
Pysick needs to buckle down, working out of the stretch, 0-1. Takes his time and just misses the outside corner.
That one faded away just enough off the plate. Good plate discipline by Louisburg.
A little bit of speed on second. Hard hit ball, foul down the third base line.
Now Pysick with the advantage in his favor, ahead in the count 1-2. The pitch on his terms here. Just hope Hendrickson can be a wall back there if the pitch is in the dirt.
It's Murdoch over at third. Declan Battle, battling here. Down in the count 1-2, curveball, hard hit ball,
Foul.
foul. Just on the outstreach down to Kale Murdoch. Dove for it. Getting some busy work down there.
And I actually misspoke about this inning. The inning started with a strikeout, but a wild pitch allowed the first runner to reach base, but then the double play, and now back-to-back free bags with a walk and a hit batter.
Pysick has 2 Ks today. We'll do it again. The 1-2. Pysick, fastball, strike 3. Gets himself out of the jam. Down goes Declan Battle. Pysick, 2 strikeouts in the inning, needed to get 4. Was able to do it. We go. Bottom. So Hammond back out there for the second. 1-1-2-3. His first time up brings up Dalton Pysick. Pysick, couple hits, couple RBIs in game 1. And that 10-0 shutout fouls that one away. Down in the count 0-1. And Pysick takes curveball inside. That looked good from here.
Certainly was a good-looking curveball. It snapped in there, but
It did.
Must have just crossed the front of the plate inside and benefit to Pysick.
Pysick chokes up just barely on.
Timing down on this pitcher. It's a little slower than the first game pitcher was. Panthers got to stay back and wait for it, just like that right there.
Pysick sends it the other way, and it's going to be an error there, so Pysick's aboard.
Yeah, routine ground ball right to second base. Took a funny hop on him off his glove. It will go down as an error. As Pysick reaches, and he'll be courtesy ran for, looks like Logan Newkirk will be the pinch runner at first base.
So it's an E4. Second baseman makes That air, pinch runner here is Logan Newkirk.
See if Olmeyer can bring him around.
Newkirk's a familiar name we've had this year, from football to basketballs.
He definitely looks runnerish over there at first base. He's a good 10, 11, 12 feet off the base over there. He's ready to run.
He's got a good lead. Hammond's kind of slow to home plate. They show bunt. I think you can just get him there straight up. The batter for Paola is Dylan Olmeyer. So Olmeyer, I believe, had 2 RBIs last game as well. Shows bunt outside. 2-0 count.
Panthers really like the sacrifice bunt, suicide bunt. They love to do that. There goes Newkirk.
And Newkirk
safe.
just in there. Big tag, but didn't get a great jump. It was a good throw down by the catcher, Parker Hufford. Just not able to get him out.
Tremendous throw by the catcher. Looked like the tag was there. Just better slide by Newkirk to get around the tag. Stolen base. And just because that was a stolen base doesn't mean the Panthers won't bunt right here, because Olmeyer can certainly do it.
It's a 2-1 count. Shows it again. And outside corner. He didn't like it. And now he's got to swing away.
Not necessarily. But most likely, but not necessarily. Thing is, if you do bunt, you got to get it down. Otherwise, it's an out for a strikeout.
Yeah, you'd think with Dylan at the plate, you're swinging away.
Oh, that's definitely what I would do, but I wouldn't put it past the Panthers to do something like that, even bunt with 2 strikes. But I would certainly swing away. I'd aim for the right side of the infield to try to get Newkirk to third with less than 2 outs.
John Earlywine on deck. Olmeyer, the pitch, and strikes out looking.
Panthers having a tough time picking up that curveball. They think it's going to hang high, but that thing breaks more than they're thinking, and they just need to be ready for it and try to send that the other way. That would have been a perfect pitch to try to get Newkirk to third with a ground ball to the right side. Instead, he's at second with 1 out.
They're able to get Newkirk over, though, in the stolen bag. Newkirk on second. Earlywine, the lefty. Base hit up the middle. And that's going to score Logan Newkirk. And John Earlywine's 4th RBI today. He had 3 in game 1.
Good effort.
It's the Panthers
Good effort.
on the board first.
Good effort by the second baseman, just past the diving glove of the second baseman out there for an RBI single for Earlywine. The Panthers have the early lead like they did in game 1. They scored 2 in the second inning. This time so far 1. Now let's see if Hendrickson can continue the rally.
So Cody Hendrickson,
one of the 9 seniors on this team, playing his final home game, potentially, depending if the Panthers are high enough seed to host a regional.
you would think they're probably going to be on the road.
I would think
But
so.
you don't know.
I would think so, but like you said, you never know with these. If they finish the year 12-7, maybe. But I wouldn't hold my breath for that. But
That's the only possibility, you would think. Throw down to first. Back in easy is Earlywine. 3-0 count here to Hendrickson.
this should be take all the way right here this early in the game. I would think he
absolutely
showed the red light here.
Well, especially how conservative this Panther team is. You're taking this pitch. Not a swing-happy team. Lots of bunts, stolen bases. 3-1 the count, though.
We're definitely a small ball team that's been Paola's motto for years, at least the last decade, been that way.
Well, they're lucky I'm not manager. I'm not a small ball fan. 3-1 to 3-2. Fouled and away to Hendrickson.
And the Panthers a little antsy on that curveball, a little out in front. Got to stand back an extra click or two if you want to square up that curveball. It's a little slower than what they saw in game one.
And ground ball, the chopper. And it's going to be an E5. So Hendrickson aboard. Second error of the inning.
Some shoddy defense by Louisburg in this inning. 2 errors led to 1 unearned run so far. Now the Panthers with a glorious scoring opportunity, even more than what they had. They got first and second, 1 away. And here is the first baseman, Matlick.
Matlick made a tremendous play on the double play, but he's the rarity. How many guys throw left-handed, bat right-handed? It's not very many.
You usually see it the other way. You see right-handers in the field bat left-handed. You normally don't see it the other way, like you said. That's a shot into left.
Matlick rips it into left field. It's going to score 1 run. And he's going to go back, and early one's going to touch
just to make sure
first.
Just to make sure he touched the plate. But
I was thinking the same thing live. Did he touch it?
But he did after they're going back, so the run does count. Nice poke single to left by Matlick as that ball was screamed off the bat.
So it brings up Gus Wright. First time we've called his name this year for baseball.
He's another one of the 9 seniors on this team playing in his final home game.
Gus, we heard his name called a lot during football season, especially on that defense end.
Oh, yeah. Stud linebacker.
Seemed like that name was always popped up in the fall. 1-0 count. Couple errors in the inning. Led to a couple of runs.
That's it. The 2 errors have come around to score.
With 1 out, they're both unearned. Hammond's got a battle here. 2-0 count. Nearly throws it into center field on the pickoff.
And that's a courtesy runner out at second base. The catcher from game 1. I always forget his name. Is pitch running at second base.
Wheeler?
Wheeler.
Colby
Yep.
Wheeler.
Yep.
And fouled straight back behind us. Evens the count at 2 apiece. See if the Gus bus is able to deliver.
That's a good one, Gus Bus. I like that. I like that. Get on board the Gus Bus.
Hammond, the pitch. Gus shows bunt. Runners going to advance. They throw down to second, and the throw's a bit high. They would have had him.
And that was actually a heads-up play by the catcher. He tried to throw behind to get the slower runner, but Matlick was able to get underneath as the throw was high. And now the Panthers with 2 in scoring position for Wright, who's ahead in the count 3-1.
One out, 3-1 count. Gus shows bunt, takes all the way. So it loads the count, not a bad idea.
Number 9 hole hitter is the top of the order. Is coming back around. On deck is Gherkin.
Gus, fly ball into center field.
It's going to drop.
And it's going to drop for a base hit. And the Gus bus has an RBI single. It's 3-0 Paola. Gus is going to take second on the throw home.
Heads up base running by Gus Wright. Saw the throw go all the way to the plate, was able to get an extra 90 feet. And the Panthers still have runners at second and third with 1 away. With Matlick at third and Wright at second, and now here is Gherkin.
3 unearned runs now, though, for Hammond. As Matlick, if he's able to score, would be the first earned run.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess everything this inning would be over, so everything at this point is now unearned. Because the inning should be over.
Well, I think they'd be considered earned runs now, but since you had back-to-back hits with the runners on base.
Yeah, but the inning would have been over anyways.
That's true. Oh, they tried the suicide with Matlick at third, and Gherkin fouled it off.
So the suicide fail in game number 1 resulted in an out and a run down. At least Gherkin was able to foul it off there, down in the count 0-2.
Just needs to put the bat on the ball. The infield is back for the Wildcats, except at third base. It's in at third. Woo.
And low and outside. Good take.
Tremendous take by Gherkin. That was a close pitch. Just down and away and off the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Matlick at third. Foul
Over
right
our
behind
head.
us. So we'll do it again.
Good at bat here by Gherkin to see if he can win the battle by driving in a run, maybe more.
Corbin throws that ball into the dugout.
Didn't like how that ball felt, so he gets another one from the.
Probably had a little lump on it. Eamon's got a battle. Gherkin flew out his first time up. Excuse me, grounded out to third his first time up. And a close play.
It certainly was. It was a routine 2-hopper to third, but Gherkin nearly beat it out. Got thrown out by a step. Ground ball to third here probably would not score a run, but never know.
One ball, 2 strikes. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss. And it's a strikeout. So Gherkin swings through that one. Third strikeout of the day for Hammond. And there's 2 down.
It's a big second out for Hammond. And now he's just 1 pitch away from making this a bigger inning than it already is. Panthers already with 3.
Troutman, a chance to open the floodgates. Base hit would score 2. With the runners running on contact. 1 ball, no strikes. Markham is on deck. Troutman struck out his last time and swings through a high pitch there.
Pulled off it just enough to miss the barrel of the bat and swung underneath it. Just needs to shorten up the swing and make some contact.
And another swing and a miss, this time on a curveball. It's 1-2. Hammond has struck out the 2 batters here. A couple of errors to second baseman and third baseman. Resulted in 3 unearned runs. And strike 3 is called. So Troutman strikes out looking for the second time, and Hammond strikes out the side. 3 unearned runs, though, and the Panthers, though, get started early. So we go top of the third. You're listening to Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. So 3-0 our score. We head to the top of the third. Mac Newell to get things started here for the Wildcats. His first pitch swinging. This ball is back and at the track, and it is gone. Mac Newell, a home run for the Wildcats on the first pitch as he takes Dalton Pysick deep. And it's the first run of the day, Caleb, for the Wildcats.
Yep, it took them 7+ innings to get their first run, but Mac Newell took a piece of cheese and deposited it over the fence in left center for a long solo home run. Let's see if that gets the Louisburg bats going here. Pysick just needs to check that off and get back in the groove here.
Newell, the 9-hole hitter, hit up in the order last game, so it was almost like a leadoff guy at the bottom there for Louisburg. Brings up Colby Kataw. He flew out to right field his first time up.
And they got an update from softball. It's in the top of the third. The Lady Panthers are in control, 9-1 over the Wildcats.
So a ground out to the pitchers. Kataw now 0 for 2. Pysick gets that little check swing, keeps it in play, and gets him out.
Pysick trying to do it all by himself there. Almost stumbled over his own feet after fielding that ground ball, but he was able to keep his balance and get to the bag ahead of the runner for the first out of the inning.
And a swing and a miss here by Maverick Rockers. Struck out looking his last time up. Rockers, the shortstop, takes strike 2 outside corner. He's down in the count 0-2. Maverick using every inch up in the batter's box. Got his toes right up on that line.
He certainly don't want to get beat on the outside, so he's cheating that way. But he can get jammed real badly inside if Pysick can find the inside corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Rockers nearly gets the bat down as the curveball nearly hits him.
Pysick command isn't quite as sharp as Markham's was in game 1, but he gets a
High chopper. Murdoch throws it over to first. Matlick, good catch, but it's an infield single for Maverick Rockers.
Rockers showing his speed up the first base line. The high chopper to third was able to beat that throw from Murdoch, and it's another infield hit for the Wildcats, tying run to the plate.
So there's one on for Brandon Doles. Grounded out to shortstop his last time up. And Doles all over that one, rips it foul.
And Pysick not fooling anybody right now. Louisburg is on him in this third inning. Had a home run, and now an infield hit, and that shot foul by.
Starting to also leave his fastball. Matlick's pretty good defensive first baseman over there. He's made some great defensive plays so far. 0-2 the count now to Doles.
There was a better pitch there from Pysick. Had Doles out in front.
Pysick ahead. Fastball.
It's one of those where Henderson just needs to eat it, but it was a good throw, so no further advance, but Rockers gets to second on a wild pitch. And now another RBI opportunity for Doles.
Those balls are so hard to block when they take that long hop on this turf. Doles fouls off the 1-2. The third base side.
He was jammed badly there. That was way in on his hands. He's fortunate to foul it off and get it out of play.
So we'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this one ripped down the line. And Doles, he's seen it well. Just not able to straighten things out.
He's seeing it well. He's just not, the timing's not there. He's too far out in front of all these pitches. If he can just sit back an extra click or two, he could do some damage, like Newell did to begin the inning.
One away. Pysick.
Pysick had Dole out in front, swung over the top of it. That's a big second out, but the inning is not over as he has to face the pitcher this time.
So Hammond, he struck out his last time to lead off the second. And that curveball goes through the zone for strike number one. But one thing Pysick does so well, he not only just has command of all his pitches, he just starts batters off with that first pitch strike. Ground ball, Murdoch over to first, and a tough pick for Matlick. And it's going to score Rockers, and it's an unearned run.
And unfortunate there from Murdoch. Short arm the throw. Matlick wasn't able to pick this one. And it's an unearned run for the Wildcats. The tying run's now at second base.
So it's an E5. That error goes to Murdoch. And you're right, Murdoch short arm that throw, and it made it a really tough backhanded pick opportunity for Matlick.
And he had all the time in the world, too. He kind of rushed it a little bit, too.
And a wild pitch gets the runner to third.
And a dangerous hitter up here at the plate right now.
The only earned run so far we have today, the home run by Mac Newell.
That's it. 4 other ones were unearned because of errors. 2 by Louisburg in the bottom of the second, and now 1 so far here in the Panthers in the top of the third.
Paola just getting a little sloppy. Both these two teams getting a little sloppy here in game 2. 2-0 count. Pysick gets a swing and a miss there, as it's Jackson Howard hit the double play last time.
He's frustrated with himself there. He was geared up for the fastball. He got it, but it was inside, and he was committed, and he swung through it. And he takes a perfectly thrown fastball right there.
Catches the corner down and away. Pysick, the 2-2, delivers, curveball, and Howard rips it down the line.
Fair.
And it's fair. And he's going to get a stand-up double. Howard's second double today. It ties the game. It's an RBI double. It's an unearned run for Paola to tie things up. And the damage is not done. It's Brody McGreer now, who walked his last time on 4 pitches.
That was a mistake from Pysick there. Had 2 strikes on Howard and then left a curveball up that Howard just crushed down the left field line for that RBI double to tie the game. It's just unfortunate that those both runs are unearned. 2 of the 3 runs in this inning, like you said, are unearned. But makes up for the 3 unearned runs the Panthers got in the bottom of the second.
Ground ball to second. Over to Matlick, and the throw's wide, and he's safe. And it's another error, so 4th error of the game by both these two teams. It's an E4.
This one by Ohlmeyer just yanked the throw. Fortunately, Matlick was able to glove it, and it saved a run. But that's 2 routine ground balls that should have been outs. But have kept this inning alive. Pysick's got to get 5 outs in this inning.
Hammond had to get 5 outs the last inning. Paola's giving it right back to him. So now Pysick's got to do it. And you're right, Matlick. Tremendous job by him to save that. So he throws down to first, faked to third. So it's Cade Driscoll, hit by a pitch his last time. Pysick down 2-0 in the count. A lot of pitches thrown this inning. A good pick there by Matlick. That could have been another run.
Panthers have come apart here in the top of the 3rd inning defensively.
Inside 3-0.
And you can tell Pysick's really frustrated out there. Should have been out of this inning long ago. He's got to buckle down. But now he's going to load the bases.
So it's a 4-pitch walk. Brings up Declan Battle. He struck out through on a curveball to end the second inning. The 9th batter of this inning. It was Mac Newell who was on deck who got this thing started. And now it's a base hit up the middle. 2 are going to score. And it's now 5-3, and it's booted out there in center. The runner stays on second. If he was paying attention, he would have taken third. And it's now 5-3 Louisburg. All 4 now unearned, or 4 of the 5 unearned now.
And devastation set in for Dalton Pysick. It's just been a bad inning defensively. The Panthers need to get out of this and get the bats back into the dugout, see if they can help out their pitcher, as he is visibly frustrated on the mound.
Helped him. It's 2-0. Make it 3-0 now. And strike 1. Paola should have been out of this inning long ago.
Load the bases again. Top of the order coming around. And here comes, blame him one bit. It's just unfortunate circumstances out of his own doing behind him that has led to 4 unearned runs so far, with 2 outs here in the third. Just needs to buckle down and not allow any more damage to be done, and see if your offense can get you back in the game.
Pysick's not been the problem. He's done his job out there, and his defense has not helped him. It's Colby Kataw, who's 0 for 2 in this game, and he has a chance. To make 2 of the 6 outs in this inning.
That would not be something you want to do. You don't want to make the first and last out of an inning. But he's certainly in that spot, but Pysick falls behind again.
And evens it up at 1 apiece. Now the 11th batter of the inning. Kataw 0 for 2. Swing and a miss there on a fastball. Down and in. Down in the count 1-2. And it's a fly ball to center field.
Markham's got it.
And Markham out there in center to make the play. So Kataw makes 2 of the outs in the inning, but the damage is done. 4 unearned. Mac Newell, the only earned run of today's game. It was a home run to begin this damage here in the third. Bottom third we go. Paola trails 5-3. See if they're able to come back. Top of the order for Paola, it's Caden Markham flew out to right field his first time up. Tripled in game one. It actually ended the game in mercy rule. I don't think we're going to get that tonight.
No, not in this game. Not in the second game. Let's see if he can start a rally and get some confidence back on the Panthers side after that debacle of the top of the third inning, 4 unearned runs of the 5. Let's see if the Panthers have all the time in the world to get back in it. They just need to start right now.
7 of the 8 runs today on that third were unearned. Or it's bottom, second, and third. So it's been sloppy play. Markham now down to the count 1-2. But you know, balls have been starting to get put in play more to Paola. Well, when Markham was on the mound, as he pops it up to the infield and one away. That was not the case.
No, it wasn't the case in game one as Markham struck out 14, and there was only 18 outs recorded by the Panthers in that first game. 14 of them were strikeouts, so the Panthers stood around a lot in game number one. It's showing effect here in game two, at least in the top of the third, with those 2 errors.
Louisburg had 2 hits in game one, a single and a double. Double was off the wall, 380. Nearly hit the baseball out there. Pysick down in the count, but hit by this pitch.
That's the second time he's been hit today. He was hit in game one, and now he's hit for the first time here in game two.
So it brings up Dylan Olmeyer. He struck out looking his last time. So Pysick now. He's been on twice, reached on an error by the second baseman. Now hit by a batter. Hit by a pitch, excuse me. He'll be pinch ran for. That ball skied straight up in the air.
And the pitcher makes the play.
It's not what you teach, but Hammond makes the play. Olmeyer now 0 for 2.
Panthers just not squaring the ball up at all in this game so far. Pitcher's really got him off balance.
Xander Mining out there to pinch run. It's a little bit of speed out there, and 3 pop-ups in the inning.
Pitcher makes another play.
2 to Hammond, 1 to the second baseman, and just like that, down they go. Top of the 4 we go. Louisburg looking now to add to their lead for the first time today. You're listening to Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. Five-3 we go, top of the 4th, Caleb. And
Yeah.
Panthers got to play better defense than they did in that third.
Most certainly. Lewisburg has the momentum right now. You can see it from the expression of the players, and there's another shot. But
It's a first pitch once again for a base hit. That time it's Maverick Rockers.
the body language just is not there all of a sudden like it was in game one and then the first couple innings here in game two. Shoulders are down, heads are down. It's just somebody's got to make a play to get the spark back that the Panthers had in game one and the early couple innings of this game. Right now it's all Louisburg.
So it brings up Brandon Doles. Ground out to short and struck out his last time. Rockers now 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Who's on first? Struck out his first. So Doles trying to get in on the action and does. And that one's up and in. He's hit by a pitch. And there's 2 on, no outs.
And Brummer might be starting to think, hey, who's going to start pitching? And this one is Pysik's confidence is rattled right now. He just needs to settle down and start pumping strikes back in that zone and trust his defense to make plays behind him.
So Corbin Hammond, chance to help himself out. Struck out in the second. Reached on an error by Murdoch last time. And he pops this one up. But behind us and out of play. Hammond down in the count 0-1. Pysyk out of the stretch, curveball. He's going to get a pop up to second, and there's one away.
Should have been an infield fly, and it was. It was called, properly called, so his batter was out regardless, but Ohlmeyer did make the play. It's a big first out. Maybe that'll get Pysyk back in the groove, but he's facing a dangerous hitter here.
It's a ground ball to Murdoch. Goes over to 1 and throws him out to Matlick.
Much better throw from Murdoch there, as he got the runner at first, but the runners do move up. Second and third, now 2 away. Pysyk just needs to make one pitch and not allow Louisburg to get any more runs.
So brings up Brody McGreer. He reached on the air by Ohlmeyer last time. Scored a couple.
Good block by Hendrickson, keeping Rockers at third base.
Base hit, could score 2.
Fortunate for Hendrickson there, he was just able to get enough glove on it. Otherwise, it would have went through his wickets, and that would have scored Rockers.
2-1 count. Pysyk has to get himself out of this jam and evens it up. Fastball catches the outside corner. It's 2-2.
Just one more good one and get those bats back in the dugout.
Ground ball, foul, over to Murdoch.
This is a big spot in this game right here. Got him.
Curveball gets a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down goes McGreer for the first time today. And it stays here at 5-3. Bottom 4th we go. Panthers got to get some runs. We'll be right back. Five-3, bottom 4th, Caleb. The Panthers, they got to get something going here offensively.
Absolutely. It's been a struggle for the Panthers here in game 2. just can't quite time the pitcher yet to the first 3 innings. They got 3 unearned runs in the second, but the other 2 innings have been pretty weak contact. But see if they can start it here with Hendrickson to lead off the bottom of the 4th.
And Hendrickson takes ball 1. Hendrickson reached on an error by the third baseman his last time up. Ended up coming around to score. 2-0 count here as Hammond falls behind. And he's hit, so Hendrickson is aboard.
Second straight inning, the Panthers been hit by a pitch. The last one was with 1 out. The last inning, this time to lead off the inning. See if Matlick can bring him around as they'll have a courtesy runner for the catcher, Hendrickson.
So Colby Wheeler goes out to run.
Matlick had a solid single to left. Lick in second.
And takes outside for strike number 1. So Matlick down in the count 0-1. Big batter here. Matlick down 0-2. He didn't like it, but now you got to protect.
That's it. You got to protect now. Anything close, you got to spoil. Or hopefully you can find a hole somewhere.
He fouls that one back. Now down 0-2. And stays alive.
Good at bat here by Matlick. Spoiled the last 2. He's going to get his pitch here. He's going to drive it. I have a feeling. He's on it. This will be huge with the bottom of the order, with the top of the order coming back around shortly if the Panthers can get a rally going.
And that one, rope down the line, foul. Seeing the ball well. He's putting on some good swings.
He definitely had a good swing at that one. It was just, he didn't time it well. It was way out in front, and it was fouled well down the line and left.
It was a curveball left hanging. So we'll do it again. Runner goes. And in there safely.
Matlick.
And Matlick struck out looking.
He didn't like the call at all, but it is the first out of the inning. It's now up to Gus Wright as Wheeler gets a stolen base.
So Gus singled his last time up, took second on the play on the throw home. It was an RBI for him.
Just outside.
So it's 1-0 to Gus. Gus, the 9-hole hitter. Gherkin on deck, 1 away, runner on second. Panthers got to get this run home. And takes it outside.
Last time around. Got another one standing out there at second base.
And they look back down. Wheeler gets back. Way. In the dirt, ball 3. And for Gus, this is going to be take.
It's take all the way.
All the way. Got to get
Absolutely.
base runners.
Need base runners down by 2 in the middle innings. Top of your order coming back around.
So that's ball 4, and it's going to get the runner over to third. So Gus does a job. It brings up Noah Gherkin.
I fully expect Gus Wright to be running on this pitch to try to steal second base.
That's when the catcher's got to catch him right in the glove. Gets the runner over. Parker Huford. He's going to want that one back. So brings up Noah Gherkin. Ground out to third. Strikeout in the second his last time.
There goes
Shows
Gus.
bunt. Gus takes off. Strike number one.
Easy
And
stolen
Gus gets those wheels down to second.
base. Tying runs are on base in scoring position. At the top of the order, this is the opportunity the Panthers have been looking for. See if Gherkin can come through.
And it's a suicide. It's going to score one run. No throw to first and a late throw to first. And it's an RBI bunt single for Noah Gherkin.
Well, that was ballsy by the Panthers. Down 2 runs to pull off a suicide squeeze. Gherkin did it perfectly. Not only did he get the run in, he reaches base with this infield hit. And the Panthers are down 1, the tying run at third base with less than 2 outs.
I think if Hammond would have just been ready to go to first, I mean, he would have had Gherkin. But regardless, it's an RBI bunt single. And with one away, it brings up J.D. Troutman with Gus Wright on third.
And I expect the same thing to happen here. You'll see Gherkin take off. And I bet J.D. shows bunt.
If you're Louisburg, you got to probably play your guys in.
There's the bunt show. There goes Gherkin.
They throw down to second, and he's safe. Just getting his hand in there. Good throw down. So Gherkin gets a stolen bag.
Now here's the RBI chance for Troutman. Go-ahead run is at second base with less than 2 outs. Tying run at third.
Outside called. Strike one. Troutman has a few words for the umpire.
Strike 2, I believe. The first pitch was
Yeah,
called
strike two.
So now Troutman's got to shorten up and protect up here. Don't want to go down, strike out with a tying run at third.
Ball in the dirt. Good block.
Good block and an even fortunate bounce. It bounced the wrong way for Wright to score from third. If it bounced to the first base side, Wright would have scored on that. But it bounced to the third base side, and Gus Wright was forced to stay at third base.
Ground ball to third, and just foul. Break for the Wildcats.
Break for the Wildcats, especially because Gus was off on contact. He would have scored 2 strikes on him.
Strikeout would be huge here for him, and give him a shot at getting out of this inning. Even a pop-up or a ground ball back to him.
Yes.
And it's a single up the middle. It's going to score 2, and the Panthers have retaken the lead on J.D. Troutman's single. He's going to take second on the throw home, and the Panthers lead it 6-5 now over Louisburg.
How about the young freshman coming up there in a big spot? Laced a single up the middle to give the Panthers a lead once again. With the meat of the order coming up, Panthers lead 6-5. Here comes Caden Markham. Big at bat by the freshman, J.D. Troutman.
2 RBI single. Brings up Caden Markham. Markham made, and no runners advance, and he was able to get Markham to chase there, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, missed opportunity for Caden Markham there. Skied one to deep left, but easy play out there and left by the left fielder. Not an advance to Troutman. Now it's up to Pysick to try to get that insurance run in from second base.
So Pysick now, base hit would score. Add some insurance. Paola, it's 1-0. And Pysick swings and misses at that one outside.
He was aiming for 169 highway there. Pulled off of that one. That was a pitch he should have went to right field with.
So 1-2 now as Pysick fouls it away.
That was the same pitch, but he made the adjustment trying to go to right field. He just wasn't able to square that one up. Now he's got to protect 2 strikes.
Pysick's been on twice, 0 for 1, reached on an error his first time up, hit by a pitch his last time. Third time up in the order here in the 4th. Ground ball, and it's going to go underneath the third baseman's glove, and it's another error. This time it's an E5. So Pysick has reached twice on an error.
That was gutsy base running by J.D. Troutman. Even though the third baseman bobbled it, if he's able to corral that quicker, he's able to tag Troutman on the slide, but he wasn't able to corral it quick enough. Troutman was able to get in there. And it's another error by these 2 teams, the 5th error of the game. 3 by Louisburg, 2 by Paola.
Allmeyer popped up his last time, struck out the first time. And now Pysick's in a rundown.
Run's going to
And
score.
it's going to score a run.
And Pysick
And
makes
Pysick's
it
going to get back. So things starting to unravel for the Louisburg Wildcats. It's now 7-5.
I don't know if you can necessarily call an error on that, as Pysick didn't technically advance, but the run did score. I wouldn't necessarily put an error on that. It's just heads-up base running by Troutman at third base to score.
Yeah, it's not an error.
There goes Pysick taking off. Hit and run
It was
was
a
on.
hit and run. Pysick in there safely. No, they're going to call him out. It actually didn't even look close, Caleb.
I was blocked by the umpire, so I couldn't really see. You had more of an angle from what I could see, but the umpire called him out. But the Panthers do damage as they regain their 2-run lead as they score 4 in the bottom of the 4th.
We go top 5. Panthers on top now. You're listening to Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. First pitch strike here from Pysick as he looks to battle back.
His offense has given back his 2-run lead. Now he needs to come out in this top of the 5th and put another 0 on the board, get those bats back in the dugout.
Pysick has given up 1 earned run. 4 were unearned. That's 3rd inning as it's Cade Driscoll, who walked his last time and been hit by a pitch. Slicing ball to Gherkin out in right field. It's a fly out.
Good read by Gherkin. Looked like that ball might drop off the bat, but Gherkin came in hard off the bat. Was able to catch up to that rather routinely for that first out.
So he flies out to right field, brings up Declan Battle, who struck out and has an RBI single. 2 RBI single, excuse me, his last time up. He was able to bust the floodgates open just a little bit for Louisburg earlier. Panthers have roared back. Change up, swing and a miss, 0-2 now to Battle.
tell Pysik's got his confidence back. He's back on that mound, pumping strikes in there and ready to roll. Looking good in this 5th inning.
It's 0-2. Popped up straight in the air. Matlick over there to make the play. The defense starting to come alive here.
2 really quick outs for the Panthers here in the top of the 5th. A little fly ball to right and then a foul out to first. Now here's the home run hitter.
So Mac Newell, he batted twice in the 3rd. Solo shot. Swung on first pitch from Pysyk. And he's got 2 hits. Walked his 2nd time. Now 2 for 2 in this game. Double and or home run and a single.
He certainly ain't messing around this game against Pysyk. He's been aggressive against him. He said his 2 hits have been on the first pitch, the home run, and now the single here this inning. It's just a harmless single right now, but it's the top of the order. Back around for the Wildcats. It's a big bat for Pysyk.
So it's Gataw. He's 0 for 3. He made 2 of those outs in that 3rd. So he has struggled so far against Pysyk. But it's his 4th trip. It's a quick pickoff, but Newell was pretty much standing on first. Swing and a miss there by Gataw. It's been a rough outing so far for him. Struggled in game 1 as well. 3 strikeouts. 0 for 3 in this game. 0 for 6 on the day. He swings through that one. Hits 1 ball. 2 strikes to Gataw.
His timing and confidence just isn't right in there right now for Gataw. You can see it.
Pysyk holds, delivers. Strike 3, Gataw. 4th K of the day. He goes down looking. Pysyk gets himself out of that one. Face 4 batters. We go. Bottom 5th now. You're listening to Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. Bottom 5 we go. Louisburg, they're down to their final 6 outs. So they now trail 7-5. Paola, Chance Caleb here to add some insurance.
It certainly wouldn't hurt. Pysyk did his job in the top of this inning, getting a shutdown inning after your team scored 4 to give you the lead back. Now the Panthers offense needs to keep it going and add some insurance.
So it's Olmeyer to lead things off. He's 0 for 2, struck out in a pop-up. It's his 3rd at bat. Heading the count 1-0. Curveball in there, strike 2. As Hammond ahead in the count. Corbin's done a good job so far. Panthers trying to sweep this rivalry game. We haven't really talked about that yet so far, but it's Louisburg, you know, right down the road.
That's it, just about 10 miles to the east. Big rivalry in all sports. Football, basketball, baseball, soccer, it doesn't matter. It's the biggest rival Paola has. And it usually builds up to the hype. Certainly didn't in game 1 as Paola dominated game 1, but this game been much more competitive. It's just a 2-run game in the bottom of the 5th.
It's 2-2 count. Knocked down and wasn't able to make the pick. Another E4 is Olmeyer.
I'm not sure on
aboard.
that one. That's one of those tweeners. Ball was hard hit.
Well,
Second baseman should have corralled it, but it took a bad hop on him, and then he had to rush the throw. So
well, I got the scorecard here.
Go ahead and mark it down.
E4.
Mark it down. Mark it down. Mark it down. Either way, it's a base runner.
It's a base runner for Paola, and that's what we need, Caleb.
Take him any way you can get him. Let's see if early wine can bring him around. There goes Olmeyer. He's in there.
Ball skips into center field, but he's not going to run. They've been running on this catcher tonight. Parker Hufford's had a tough time. He did throw Pysick out to end the inning. He's made some good throws down. There have been some close plays there. But Panthers like to run on a lot of catchers.
Oh, yeah.
So early wine now. Chance to get a second RBI. He's got a single, then a pop-up. Popped up his last time up to the pitch. And that one fouled back.
Out in front of the curveball there, and needs to stay back. He was out on his front foot. He was able to foul it back, but if he stays back on it, they can do some damage with it. As that ball was spinning up in the zone, belt high.
Oh, 2 count. Holds the runner's Hammond. Curveball, it's slapped in. A good play by the shortstop, and it's a double play. And 2 away now.
Unfortunate there for the Panthers. It was a well-struck ball by Early Wine, but Olmeyer got too far off the base and got picked off a second with the double play. And that's huge for Louisburg. Tough break for the Panthers, but there's still 2 outs. Panthers can still do a rally. Hendrickson's got to start it right now.
So a line out double play. Good play there by Maverick Rockers. He had to get up for that one. Hendrickson tried to start a 2-out rally here. As he pops it up, straight back. And catcher makes a great play there, falling down on his bottom.
Overran it a little bit. Was able to recover and fall on his backside to make a tremendous catch. And the leadoff single does, or the leadoff air leads to nothing.
1, 2, 3, they went. Top of the 6th we go. Louisburg down to their final 6 outs. You're listening to Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. Seven to 5, our score. Maverick Rockers to lead things off. Made a big double play on that line-out catch to end the 5th. Pysick stays out there. So we begin the 6th. He has really had to battle tonight. There's some poor defense, but
This offense has been able to give him the lead back. Now he just needs to settle down, get these final 6 outs, and complete the sweep of the doubleheader, but it's not going to be easy as Rockers kills that ball.
that one is back, and it is to the wall. Rockers will have a stand-up double to lead things off. He's now 3 for 4, Caleb. 2 singles and a double now.
Now, he absolutely tattooed that ball. Just a laser over the head of Gus right and left. And an easy double for Rockers. And now adversity kicks back in for Dalton Pysick and the Panthers. Just a minuscule 2-run lead. The tying run to the dish.
See how long the leash is here for Pysick in the 6th. Doles now 0 for 2, hit by a pitch his last time up. Grounds it hard down the third base line, foul. Counts even at 1.
It's all about outs if you're Dalton Pysick and Panthers.
You would love to get out of this with no runs. But if you're able just to get out of it with 1 run, you're still just okay.
You're facing the meat of the order now for the Wildcats. This is the 3-hitter Doles.
Doles hits it hard. It's Murdoch, foul. Counts even at 2 apiece. Pysick, the pitch. Curveball, ripped foul. Doles doing a good job battling here.
A little too far out in front of that one. It just spun up there, said hit me, but Doles was out in front and laced it down the line, foul.
Do it again. Quick
Popped up.
pitch. It's popped up.
It's out of play, though.
Long run. Foul ball. So we will do it again.
Brought the fastball that time, got in on Doles. He was fortunate to get enough of it to foul it out of play and keep himself alive.
9th pitch of this at-bat. No outs, Rockers, who doubles on second. And gets Doles to chase. Throws, and now he's going to get Rockers in a pickle. And Paola is able to get this play. It was a good play by them. They throw down to second. Now Doles is still able to get to second, but they get the lead runner out, which is Rockers. And that's a smart decision because Rockers had a lot of speed there.
Yeah, Rockers made the mistake of taking off with the ball, ground ball hit to the left side. And good play by third baseman Murdoch to get that runner, Rockers, but he does do a job long enough to get Doles up to second base with 1 away. But it's a huge second out. Oh, it's a huge first out.
Heyman singled his last time up. He's now 1 for 3. Reached on an error by Cale Murdoch. Scored a couple. Struck out his first time up. Heyman, the pitcher and cleanup hitter. Count even at 1 apiece. They call time here, I believe. There's not as much speed there now on second as there was with Rockers.
Pick off. Oh.
And nearly threw it away.
Panthers nearly had a heads-up play there as Olmeyer tried to deke the runner, thinking that ball went into center field, but the third base coach was able to stop him before he got up and ran. Otherwise, the Panthers would have got a cheap second out.
And they pop him up foul along the first base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Huge pitch right here from Dalton Pysick. See if he can get this second out.
Hammond would love to help himself out right now, facing a loss. Things hold up. That ball right back off the foul pole behind us.
Just got a piece of that. That was a fastball up at his eyes. He was just able to get a piece of that to stay alive. That was a good pitch from Pysick.
One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Doles on second. in the dirt. It's going to skip past the catcher as he's going to go third. So now Doles on 3. Now Pysick, a strikeout. If he's able to get one, would be big. Looked like a pitch that probably should have been blocked.
It's a tough one. It was a spiked curveball. Henderson wasn't able to get in front of it enough. And that's going to cost the Panthers, as that's a single to center.
And a single to center. Now all the way out there to Markham. And it's now 7-6. And Pysick's day is done.
His day's certainly going to be over, at least on the mound, as here comes Brummer to make the pitching change. Looks like it's going to be Earlywine coming to pitch.
I believe it's going to be Matlick, maybe. Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
No, it's not Earlywine because he comes back out.
Yeah, it's going to be Matlick.
Yeah, it's Matlick, yep.
Pysick's going to get his first base glove and go out there. So he goes back into the dugout to grab that. Oh, they already got it for him. So 7-6 is our score now, Caleb. And Matlick's in for the save. He's got 5 outs to go.
Yeah, he's going to come in a tight spot. Just a 1-run lead. That tying run is at first. And a power hitter up now. This is a big spot in this game, late in this game. Panthers need to find a way to get back to the dugout with the lead.
So we'll take a break here. When we come back, be ready for Matlick to come in to pitch. So Caleb Matlick in to pitch. So it's his job now to get a 5-out save. But it's not going to be easy with the runner on first. The tying run on first. Go-ahead runner coming to the plate. As it's Jackson Howard who's been all over baseball so far in these first 2 games.
Absolutely. He seemed to have more on Markham in the first game. He's kind of not hit the ball nearly as hard in this game. He does have a hit, but he also is grounded into a big double play back in the second inning, and I believe he's struck out in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
He popped out his last time, but he's got an RBI single. No, it was an RBI double, excuse me. 2 doubles today.
There's that left-handed pickoff move. As a lefty, base runner got to be more aware of that pickoff. You can't get near as big a lead as you would against a righty.
So Matlick's first pitch inside. Keaton, the junior. We've seen him one other time earlier this year on Paola Sports Live. I believe it was that Spring Hill game.
Yes, it was. And he's got some good stuff, too. Doesn't use much lower body. It's all upper body most of the time, but it's effective.
Quick pitch home. He's got to be careful. Make sure he comes set there. Doesn't want to balk. 2-0 count now. He's got to be careful to Howard.
He just needs to find the strike zone. He hasn't found it yet the first 2 pitches.
In the dirt. 3-0 count.
In danger of putting the tying run in scoring position with less than 2 outs with another bad one here.
And outside ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk. And Louisburg has the go-ahead run now on first. Tying run on second.
Matlick just needs to settle in. and find the strike zone and get some confidence. Those 4 pitches well out of the zone. Just needs to calm down, find the zone, and get some confidence built back up.
So it brings up Brody McCree, who's walked, reached on there by Allmeyer, and struck out his last time. He's 0 for 2 today. Swing and a miss there for strike number 1.
Good pitch.
Strike 2.
Much more confidence. These last 2 pitches, and were the first fuller, 2 peppered fastballs right in there against Greer. Got him.
And Matlick, a 3-pitch strikeout, comes right back as down goes McGreer. He's got 2 strikeouts now.
The inning is not over, though. There's just 2 outs. You need to make one more pitch to give your team the lead going to the bottom of the 6th.
First pitch ball here to Cade Driscoll. Driscoll 0 for 2 with a walk. Swing and a miss there. That ball kind of tailed to the outside. Gets a swing and a miss.
That was a good pitch there from Matlick. Blew it right by the hitter.
Ball's going to spin differently, too, from the lefty. Strike 2 here to Driscoll. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Big pitch right here. Big pitch right here. Can Matlick get the Panthers back to the dugout with the 1-run lead?
Base hit would tie this game. Down and in for ball 2. Go ahead run on first.
Base hit, like you said, would tie the game. A gapper would give the Wildcats the lead. And got him.
And strike 3, Matlick. Needed to get 2 outs. He does. Walked 1, but came back, striking out the next 2. Louisburg now down to their last 3 outs. They do get 1 back, though. Panthers a chance to add some insurance as we go to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. So Matlick will lead things off for Paola. Chance to help himself out.
Yeah, this is a big inning right here for the Panthers. They have that smallest margin of leads at 1. Would like to have a couple more insurance runs to give Matlick in the top of the 7th.
8, 9, and 1 is what we'll see here in the order. It's what's due.
It's been the bottom of the order that's done the damage for the Panthers in here in game 2.
See how long Hammond can last as well. So he's out there for the 7th. Or excuse me, the bottom 6.
Matlick down on the count 1 and 2. He's got to protect up there.
Keaton's got an RBI single and struck out looking his last time.
I got it. Pass ball come right back to us, right in front of the camera.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Big pitch here by Hammond. Off the glove of the catcher. Makes the count full now. 3 balls 2 strikes.
See if Matlick can win this battle by getting on base with a walk or a hit. And he does.
So Matlick down in the count 1-2, bounces back to walk.
And that will be a courtesy runner as Matlick is now the pitcher. So it will be a courtesy run over there. It's going to be Meinig that goes out there to run for Matlick. And we're going to have a pinch hitter, it looks like Carson Bame. He's going to pinch hit for Gus Wright.
So here comes Carson Bame.
He was in this spot in game 1 and came through with an RBI knock in his pinch hit at bat in the first game. See if he can do here in game 2.
Bame 1 for 1 today, as Caleb just alluded to. Matlick has a runner for him, as it's Xander mining out there. One oh the count. Hammond starting to get tired on that mound, but gets a high and away pitch there to be called a strike.
That's the pitch that Carson Bame singled on in game 1 in his pinch hit at bat, the same spot. He's got to be looking out there.
Went the other way indeed, swing and a miss. Double clutch from the catcher. Mining was going to be safe anyways. He's got a stolen bag.
Little awkward slide there on Meinig. Kind of came up short on the slide initially. Fortunately, it was a bad throw, and Meinig was able to get in there with the stolen base. But it is 1-2 now on Bame.
Panthers have a job to do. Bame needs to get him over. Can't. So he pinch hits and strikes out.
You can
So
tell.
it brings up Noah Gurkin, the top of the order.
You can tell he's hurting. He's limping as he goes back to the dugout. He did that after his hit in game 1. Must be feeling side effects of that foot injury still, like I mentioned in game 1 from basketball season.
And popped up, and it stayed in play.
Catcher had a chance at it, just overran it. I actually lost it in the twilight.
I thought I was going to catch the front row here in these stands, but yeah, that's one Hufford he would have liked. He'd like to have back. Hufford, a junior catcher for this team.
So that's a break for Noah Gurkin. Gets new life. See if he can bring Meinig around. It's a big insurance run out there at second base.
And this one driven deep to center field. Get out, ball.
Off the wall.
Off the wall. It's going to score a run. And Noah Gurkin going around, digging for third. He's in there with an RBI triple as Gurkin had some insurance here for the Panthers in the bottom of the 6th.
Big time hit for Noah Gurkin. Looked like he was going to get out, but it one-hopped the fence out in left center. But it is an RBI triple. The Panthers have a 2-run lead.
Delivers some insurance for Matlick, and Hammond's day is done. So 8-6 and a big triple there by Gurkin. It's his second RBI.
And the new pitcher, looks like it's going to be coming in from left. Whoever was in left field for the Wildcats is going to be the new pitcher. Number 1? No, it's not 1.
No, it's going to be
16, guessing. Can't quite see. It's hard to read the Wildcats' numbers when they're on the front of their jerseys. When he turns his back,
I believe it's Brandon Doles.
it is. Number 8. Yep.
And it's Brandon Doles to come on the pitch. We'll take a break. You're listening to Paola Sports Live. We'll be right back. So Doles comes on in relief, third pitcher of the day for Louisburg. So they now trail 8-6. They were able to get one back, but Paola does a good job answering the bell.
And they're not done yet. They still have Gherkin at third with one out. And it's up to J.D. Troutman. He had the big two-run single last time around that gave the Panthers the lead back. That made it 6-5 at the time. It's another glorious opportunity halfway up the middle. Yes.
And it's an RBI single ripped there by Troutman. And make it now 9-6.
How about that? How about the freshman in this game? 3 big RBIs in his last 2 at-bats. And the Panthers lead by 3, 9-6. 2 huge insurance runs in the bottom of the 6th. And now you got the meat coming around. Here's Caden Markham.
Markham has struggled today in both these games. He's now 1 of 6, but he had a game-ending triple. Looking for his first hit this game.
He struggled at the plate, but he was a sensational on the mound in game 1, going 6 innings. A complete game, 6 innings, striking out 14. Like I said, he had the triple that ended game 1 early in 6 innings.
See if Markham's able to join the hit fest here. What's going on in the bottom of the 6th? Pitch outside. Evens the count at 1 apiece.
Softball game has ended. I didn't quite catch the final score, but I do think the Lady Panthers won game 2 rather convincingly, like 9-4, 9-5, something like that.
Two balls, 1 strike. Markham now. Chance to keep things going.
Ouch.
Markham fouls that one off his leg. It is our final broadcast of the year. It's been fun. We've done football. We've done volleyball. We've done wrestling. We've done girls and boys basketball.
Done baseball and softball, and hopefully we'll be back in the fall for some more football.
Yeah, and we did some soccer in the fall as well.
Dugout having fun with J.D. Troutman over there. You know, back when he's already back on the base.
Caleb and I would look to both be back
Oh,
in
yeah.
this crew next year. Pitch away in the dirt.
Just about 4 short months or so. Get through the summer months and then be ready for football in August and September.
You know, I said that last year, though, and then I wasn't with Louisburg anymore.
So see what BJ
So who
says.
knows?
See what BJ says, but Caden Markham draws the walk.
I do know this. Caleb will for sure be back.
Well, I would love to have you back. Hey, BJ, if you're listening, bring back Jackson. We're going to do this again.
So Markham walks with 1 away.
Oh, man.
And Pysick takes a rip at that one, and that one is gone! A 3-run home run by Dalton Pysick as he has opened up the floodgates here in the bottom of the 6th.
Boy, you could tell off the sound of the bat and the trajectory of that baseball. That ball was absolutely tattooed by Shaggy Dalton Pysick. A 3-run bomb. The Panthers lead is 6.
So it's now 12-6. This inning began.
And Pysick knew it right off the bat. He dropped the bat in celebration like, oh, yeah, I got you. And certainly he did. That ball was well out of here, easily 400 feet.
Back to Doles. Allmeyer goes down, 2 away.
That ball had to have been at least 375 at 400, somewhere in there. That ball was not walking, but huge, huge hit.
It was a tater, that's for sure. And Pysick knew it. off the bat. No doubter. So it's John Earlywine.
That's now 2 home runs that we've seen in our final broadcast. One by Louisburg back in the 3rd, and now one by Pysick here in the bottom of the 6th.
Pysick was a no doubter. Mac Newell, who started game 1. He has the other home run. Good play by the second baseman. And that will do it. Final 3 outs of the year. Panthers look to end the Paola Sports Live season on a win and sweep this doubleheader against their rivals in Louisburg. Top of the 7th we go. Final 3 outs. We'll be right back. So here we go. Final 3 outs. Paola Sports Live season. Matlick.
And Matlick's job here is just to get out there and throw strikes. You got a 6-run lead. Just go out there and throw strikes, just like that one right there.
So it's Declan Battle to begin here. He's got a 2 RBI single, 1 for 3. Popped up his last time. Matlick was looking like he was going to have to get a save, but now the game's been blown open.
I think it still will technically be a save, considering when he came in, it was just a 1-run game, and then the Panthers scored 5 in the bottom of the 6th to get this 6-run lead, so I still think it'll be a 2-inning save for Matlick.
Curveball outside, evens the count at 2 apiece. And his job's just to challenge Battle now. Swing and a miss, and Matlick gets a strikeout. 9-hole hitter now, and Mac Newell, but not your typical 9-hole batter.
Not at all, as he hit a monster home run back in the 3rd inning. They got Louisburg's first run of the game. And I think he's also got another hit as well. He was the tough luck loser in game 1. He pitched well enough to win. It's just his offense couldn't do anything against Caden Markham in game 1. Panthers still put up 10 runs, but a lot of that was not of his own doing. Just the Panthers came swinging in that first game, and he got the loss. But down to 4 strikes.
You know, the one thing I noticed that Paola, their pitchers do well, Caleb, is they got good breaking balls. Top to bottom, all their pitchers have really good breaking balls at the high school level.
Absolutely.
And, ooh.
Just a little outside.
2-2 count.
Don't want to let him back in the count after you had him ahead 0-2.
And there's that curveball again.
We hear between
Panthers. I think Katawa
and
I think Wheeler, I think
Wheeler.
they knew each other there. I think
And
those
got
two
him.
buddies. Matlick gets a strikeout.
And we're down to our last out. 7-6 going to the bottom of that 6th, but a huge hit by Dalton Pysick, the 3-run shot that blew this game open.
So Caleb Matlick's needed 5 outs. He's gotten 4 of them. They're all strikeouts. Looking to do what Pysick did last week.
Absolutely.
Get 5 strikeouts of the 6 batters he faced.
It's off to a good start. 2. Boy, that curveball looks pretty flowing in there.
So we're down to our final strike of the season. It's Kataw. It's been a tough, tough night for him. 0 of 8 today.
Wow.
4 strikeouts. Down in the count 0-2.
Ooh, just off the plate.
And Matlick wanted it. Did a little bunny hop on that mound. He thought it was game over.
The whole Panther crowd wanted that one to be it, but it's not. Survive another pitch. Got him.
And gets that curveball. Strikes out the side. Panthers win the doubleheader. Matlick records 5 strikeouts. He needed 5 outs. Struck them all out. Panthers win the doubleheader 12-6. They are now 11-7 on the season, where Louisburg now falls to 7-11. And the Panthers have one more game. That will be Thursday against Ottawa. And Caleb, it's been a fun year. You came in the middle of the football season, I believe week 2 or 3.
Absolutely, and I've enjoyed every step of the way. We've had our issues with the equipment, trying to get the best broadcast to you, but we fought through it. We're here to the end, and hopefully we'll be back next year. I certainly do believe Paola Sports Live will be here next year. I just hope it's Jackson and me again to bring you another year of sports, another year of high school sports. And good luck to both the Paola baseball and Paola softball teams as they head to regionals next week. And it's been fun, Jackson.
It's been a heck of a year, Caleb. It's been great being your friend, too.
Yeah,
getting to know you this whole year.
Absolutely.
That's why I would love to be back here.
Absolutely. I ain't going away.
Well, you're a Panthers legend.
But
you can't. They can't get you out.
I meant for our friendship. It ain't going away. It ain't going away.
Well, that ain't going away. You're not going away. They can't kick you out of this town. 12-6 our final score. Panthers sweep this doubleheader. They'll be back Thursday for their season-ending game against Ottawa. They'll be on the road. It'll be one game. You can tune into whatever Ottawa's got out there if they got something. 12-6 our final. That concludes Paola Sports Live for the year. For Jackson Mielman, alongside Paola Panthers legend, Caleb Butler, signing out for the final time.
Everybody have a great and safe summer. Hope to see you again in the fall. Good night.